Hello there, Sagittarius. Yes, you've come to the right place, of course. It is Tarot Lumination with your July 2017 general report for Sagittarius. Yay! You know the drill. You've done this before. Watch for your sun, your moon, and your rising, okay? And it might be fun to watch the Leo North Node thing too, because there's going to be some big action for you at the end of the month when everything starts moving over into Leo energy, which is very supportive and harmonious to you in your ninth house of higher consciousness, expanded awareness, travel, all sorts of cool things. We got this big fat cardinal T-square still going on. Cancer, Capricorn, in the middle you've got Libra. So it's with you, Sagittarius, you're going to be feeling it in the money houses, areas of money. How do you relate very intimately with significant others regarding them and their resources? And how does that work for you in terms of yourself and your personal resources, especially when it comes to relationships? Finding that balance. Wow. Ouch. Especially when it comes to how it plays out in the wider world, your community atmosphere, so to speak, your friends, and how you would like things to work out in the world. In other words, there'll be a lot of pressure to find the right balance about your resources and other people's resources when it comes to your friends and community type energy. Still shuffling. So at the end of the month, we've got a fantastic new moon for you too, because a lot of planets are going to be sliding over into Leo, way up in your ninth house. So you might feel like, damn, I just want to break out. I'm feeling awesome. I want to rise above where I am now. I want to stretch myself, new horizons, new understanding, new awareness, new appreciation of the bigger, wider world around me. It could be traveling there, exploration, just even astral travel to get closer to that higher consciousness stuff and feel it in creative terms, how you can bring that into your day-to-day life. Okay, we're going to do the reading any moment now. I'm still shuffling, getting warmed up for the report. No flyers, no jumpers, no oracle cards, nothing. I'm sorry, this is just stripped down, bare bones, and there's no reversals, nothing. So there you go. We're just going to keep it simple. I think of this as a journey spread from the heart, and I hope you get something out of this by the end and I don't hurt your feelings or something like that, okay? All right, let's see what we got. You're pretty well, oh no, I'm going to once more, hold on. I really want to kind of bust up the deck here. Bear with me. Okay, we're good. Now we're good. So let's cut it up. Going to keep it nice and even for you. So we want some balance. All right. Okay, here we go. So Sag, here's the general vibe, okay, for July. Here's where you're coming from, okay, what you've brought with you from days, weeks, or probably months and months and months in advance. Here's the ever-present now, like right now, like the now that is continuous through the month, even late in the month, we're still dealing with now energy. And then heading forward, as you start to build up momentum through the month, where are you heading? And regardless of where you're heading, by definition, you're into the unknown. So what's a good, healthy way to conduct yourself moving forward? And where does that lead you? What kind of environment will you be attracting or will feel like it's coming to you? Okay. I don't know if you're really good at self-manifestation or manifesting or anything. So it might feel it's just coming at you, but it could be that you're one of those people who's really good at creating their own weather, their own energy. And as you move forward through the journey, deep down, we always understand that there's risk. We're always facing into the unknown. Even if there's lots of stability and regular habits in your own life, things can change in an instant. So you hope for the best and you allow for the worst. Let's put it that way. So where does that lead us? Okay, let's have a look. We'll find out. And we have some prevailing weather conditions in the background, which may or may not feel relevant to you, but let's just say it's out there. I think of it as like what's outside the front door if you bother to stick your head out. It's almost like it's nothing to do with you, but it is there. And so you have to adapt accordingly. If it's shitty weather, you do something about it. If it's beautiful weather, you might enjoy it. But either way, you have to live with it. And what we have for you is the High Priestess. So, dear Sagittarius, coming through July, you might feel that there's a lot of stuff going on that you really don't understand. Mysteries that are hidden and yet to unfold. But that can be fun. I mean, let's say your life was a movie. If you knew like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years from now what the ending was going to be, why bother to be here? It's like having a spoiler. Like there's an amazing movie that's released. It's called Sagittarius 1, and that's you and your life. And then somebody comes along and says, "Hey, Sag, guess what? There's this stuff that happens and right at the very end, blah, 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 blah." And then you say, "You fucker, you ruined my movie. Let me live my life. I accept the mystery," okay? So don't take it too personally. Just allow yourself to move through the floaty, floaty, floaty world. What's the general vibe? Sorry about the language, by the way. I'm trying to really clean up this show. General vibe. Okay, it is. I want to move on. I want to move on. I want to upgrade. I want to move past things like emotional turbulence and stuff that has just been upsetting and destabilizing, all the waves of happy, sad, intimate, separate, maybe relationship dynamics that weren't working too well, business, life in general, if there was just too much drama and stuff. No, it's not acceptable anymore. I want to pull out what is good and take all the good news, the good knowledge, the wisdom, everything that I know that works, and I want to move on. I want to move on to a new way of being. And that can lead us into the unknown. There's a lot of unknown that lies ahead here, especially if it's being amplified by the surrounding conditions of mystery. Okay? So that could be exciting. Woo! Let's have a look, Sagittarius. Okay. So where you're coming from. Oh, so you've been through a lot of, let's just say it, SHIT, okay? And enough is enough. Enough is enough. It really, really is time to move on. Major upgrade is deserved. I've been through that hell, that nightmare, that piece of doo-doo. Somebody screwed me over here. I screwed somebody over there. I didn't mean to, but it happened. I lost this. I was betrayed. I was hurt. I was damaged, and all this pain. It sucks, okay? And I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm just like, I'm done, okay? I've had enough. I admit it. I'm completely out of it. I'm done. And that's why I kind of want to move on. I just want to pull out all this pain and suffering and upgrade. Uh, like it's like cleaning up your computer. Just get rid of all the crap and download some new programs that work. All the upgrades and the cool new stuff. Okay, so you have a better chance of moving forward through the mystery. Okay, so in a weird kind of way, we're off to a really good start here. I know it looks hellacious because these are scary cards for some people, but understand, like, it's over. You're done with this stuff, all right? No matter what it was. Maybe it might be very, very, like, lots and lots of little trivial, annoying things that are just like, I'm sick of it. Or it could be just a small handful of really unacceptable stuff that's been torturing you for a long time, and it's enough. Done, done, done. All right. So where are we right now? Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm over it. We are going to move on. I'm going to shout out the truth about what really, really works. And I know it because I'm a Sag anyway. I am on the mission for the truth. That's who I am. That's what I do. And I'm pretty blunt about it. And I don't like being obstructed or obscured or lost in these things. I want to know the truth and I want to deliver the truth. I like to inspire people. I like to be happy. I like to live a life of mission and purpose and value and of meaning for myself and for others. So that's really cool. And I want to get on with it. Okay, I really, really want to get on with it. All I'm suggesting here, Sagittarius, is that in your fervor to want to grow and evolve and move away from whatever was torturing you, you don't like go charging around or trip over yourself or accidentally like impose your new awarenesses of what you now know as your truth onto others, because for a lot of people truth is subjective. Okay, your truth might be very different from someone else's truth. However, my feeling here is that you're actually kind of interested in the universal truth that is universal for all of us. Things like the sun comes up and the sun goes down, and that there will be a winter and that there will be a summer, things like that. And it's like you really want to get there. You want right now. It's just like I need to get on with this. I need to outgrow all of this stuff and move on and come into my true way of being as a truth seeker and a truth communicator and a truth leader. And I want to do it with fervor and passion. And that's okay, because that's how I am. It's all pent up. All right. Just don't trip over yourself. That's all I'm suggesting. I'm throwing that in personally. So, moving forward with all this fervor and desire to move on and grow and heal, what have we got? It might require, dear Sagittarius, something that might be actually very uncomfortable for you, that, I don't really, really want to do this, because I know you guys really like to be out there in the world, like face on, like, on those like epic journeys, those hikes, those the mission, so to speak, like doing what Sag does, being that inspirational person to yourself and to others. And yet here we are. It might be, in order to do that effectively, it might mean that we have to actually do a little bit of introspection. And it isn't all just about charging around, declaring, I figured it all out. I'm finally free. I'm finally released. Yes, that might be great to like declare that I am over it. I need to move on. I want to get back to my normal, optimal self. That's cool. And with all that excitement, that's cool. But it actually might translate into having to go deep within. It's just like, oh God. Now I have to go on an epic journey of internal discovery, and I'm gonna have to climb the mountain on my own and do the solitary monk on the peak, tap into higher consciousness. Oh God. I know that's like who I am, it's what I do, but I really need to have some fun right now. And so, okay, well, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go off and go deep within and accept that we're in this energy of mystery and in all this fervor and desire to heal and move on. It might require just like going deep within. We'll see what the rest of the cards show up here, because this is important, because it's not like all the answers lie out there, dear Sag. You know this probably more than anyone because you're very wise. You know that deep down, the real answers, the real wisdom, the real knowledge, the real higher consciousness, the real astral travel is all within. That's okay. So don't be scared of going here, that deep, deep internal journey, even if you might be feeling solitary, because that's how you're going to come out the other side, with this beautiful light of inspiration for yourself. Come back down and show this to everybody else. Like, hey, everybody, guess what I found out? I knew it all along. Guess what I have to tell you? Wow, that's so cool. Especially by the end of the month, you're going to really start to feel that. Like, yes, yes, yes. So how do you move on safely with all of this fervor? Okay, you accept that, yeah, you've got a lot on your plate. You've got a lot to deal with, because you're literally in rapid order. You're trying to heal from all of this CRAP. And yes, you might be all fired up now that you realize that that's what I really want to do. And I want to move on. I want to heal, get over all this stuff. Even now, if it means, grr, I have to go deep within, grr, growl, growl, growl. But you know what? It's okay. It's a journey. It's part of the mystical journey, and it goes on and it goes on. And the way to handle it safely is understand that you're going to be okay. You do have the strength to get through it. You have the passion, you have the drive, and everything that's required. You might have, you might you know, feel as though you're getting beaten up a little bit, or that it's just like, oh my God, is this journey, am I going to really have to go through all of this? Is it going to like really wipe me out? I'm so wiped out already. But no, no, dear Sag, you've got it in you. One thing here about this is that um, if like, it might be just an acceptance, like by having to go within deep on your own, you're kind of on your own, you're kind of isolated. And one of the things to do is understand and maybe learn what happens when you make yourself indispensable in life to the point where nothing and nobody and anything can happen in your world without you there. And that might be a kind of a rude awakening, but maybe it's a good thing to understand that you don't have to shoulder everything about the world or all the wisdom and the knowledge. And then it can be a team effort. And maybe you'll grow out of that um, behavior of wanting to be like charging around on your own in front, like in a leadership position of finding wisdom and delivering wisdom to others, and then coming back down, like, let's, it could be once you, let's say, once you get through all this and come out the other side, and even though it might be a struggle, you're going to make it fine, okay? But you don't have to do it on your own anymore. That's the cool thing about this little card here, is accept that maybe I don't have to, it doesn't have to be me against the rest of the world. There's probably a lot of other people, especially a lot of other Sagittarians who are going through something similar, okay? So it's like there's a lot that can happen when you get together as a team and figure the stuff out together, all right? So, where does this lead you? What does this kind of attract to you? Like, have you manifested energy coming into your life unwittingly, or is it something that lies await? Let's have a look. Okay, this is great because Sagittarius, let's just assume you can handle this very, very wobbly energy that I'm talking about here. In other words, let's say the prevailing conditions are very cloudy, mysterious, and indecipherable, and you still have to move. You still have to get through the month, and you know deep down you want to evolve and grow, and you know you want to get rid of this, heal this, get out of your life, get that out of your life, and get back to being yourself again. And now on the realization, even if it means you have to go deep within, oh my God, and it's going to be a battle, but you're going to be okay. You'll come out the other side, because as you start coming out the other side, later in the month, you're going to start thinking, wow, that was worth it because I am getting my acts together. I've got the feeling that I am going to prevail. I am going to win. I am figuring out how to pull all these very disparate energies together in my life so that I don't have to ever deal with this CRAP again. I don't want to get FUCKED like this anymore. All right. I want to be in charge. I want to be like this guy, but in fact better, I want to be totally in charge, full mastery of myself. And that's what's coming to me. And I know it, and I know it. I'm sure I can feel it. I just have to go through this. Oh well. So now that we have some awareness, um, let's just say when you get to this point, okay, and you just accept the fact that you're going to have to go deep within, you already know, even at the early stages of the journey, that you face some of the unknown. And there's a lot of mystery and unknown here in this particular reading for you guys, Sag, because of all this landscape ahead and the mystery surrounding you. Like, it's like going on a big hike and you're already high up, but there's a lot more to go, and you're facing fog, deep, high altitude fog and mist where the pathway is not clear. But guess what? You have the courage. You are going to fight on. You're going to move on. You're going to keep figuring it out, even if you feel wobbly and lost and lonely in the process, because it's all working for you ultimately. Okay, dear Sag? So don't worry. It's going to all be fine. All right. So, but what would you be scared of? In other words, heading into this fog, what are your worst fears? What are your best hopes? Da-da! that you're going to make it okay, that everything's going to be stable, the ground is going to be solid underneath you, and that you're going to come out on the other side stabilized and full of a sense of like, my God, it was worth it. Now I have this like sense of stability. I want like things to work in my life properly, like they've never worked before. And I want to be able to like, that's my hope. That's what I want. I really want to like lock it down. I want my life to work properly. So it isn't all about charging around and have to figure things out. I want a certain degree of stability, not just for me, but enough where I can share it generously with others, because that's the Queen of Pentacles. She represents the energy of great abundance, but there's nothing like flashy or showing about it. Like the desire to share the gifts with others, be there for others in their times of need because you have so much abundance in yourself. So that's a wonderful thing to hope for. And of course, that's a very scary thing to not get it if that's what you want. So that's understandable, especially if you're on a foggy, misty hike way up high altitude and it's getting very mysterious. It's okay to be scared that you might not have that. Like if you go off path, oh no, am I on the right path? But if you stick to it, trust your deepest, deepest intuition when you go deep into the fog, then you'll be okay. And that's what I meant by going deep within here. It's almost like you don't have anything else to trust anymore except your deep inner consciousness, your deepest soul intuition, your soul compass. Follow that, trust it, and believe it. Okay, so where does that take you? Let's find out. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da! Thank God you come out the other side like reconditioning. It's like putting your car into like one of those machines, and it comes out completely reconditioned. Everything, paint, motor, exhaust system, interior, everything, like it's a complete makeover, and you come out the other side like redeemed, okay? And whatever crap you had to go through and this going within, dealing with all this mystery stuff, it was worth it, okay? So uh, it's like, there's a lot of really, have you just noticed this? There's some big cards here. Look, I just figured it out. I don't know. I kind of got into that mystical dreamy state because of this card, and I realized there's a lot of what might appear fated energy here because of all these major arcana, the Hermit, the Chariot, the Judgment, High Priestess. And so it might feel as though like this movement, this journey, so to speak, might have a feel as though like you're being shoved along and pushed along in ways that maybe you don't like really want to go, but you don't have an option. And deep down, you're going to have to trust. You're going to have to trust on the mystery, the trust on the internal process that you are heading in the right way, going forward in that way, and that you'll come out the other side. Um, Even if you don't know a lot about the process of what's going on or how it's all happening. So it involves a lot of trust. It involves surrendering to a lot of trust in the unknown, trusting in the mystery, okay, and then going through it very, very courageously, okay, coming out the other side, knowing, like being very, very self-assured that you're going to be okay, you're going to be fine, even though you might come out of it a bit wobbly, you're hoping for the right things, hoping that it all works out because it looks like it's going to be fine, especially towards the end of the month when you get there. It's just like you, let's just go back to the hike analogy, and you're getting near to the pinnacle of that next stage on your epic journey, and you've just broken through the fog, and all of a sudden there's redemption and there's clarity. And you see on top of the mountains here, it is beautiful here. It's like you're on the top of Everest and you made it. You're completely exposed. All the goopy, like all this horrible stuff that's been hanging on for so long is cleaned up and cleaned out, and you get to start brand new, stark naked like these folks. Like, yay, we get to start all over again. Thank you, God. Thank you, heaven. Thank you, all the archangels of the universe, for smiling down on me. Yay, I'm a Sag. I deserve it. I'm freaking awesome. Look at me and all my other Sag buddies. We're great. We did it. Yay, cool. It isn't just me on my own. It's all of us. This is for all Sag. You are being smiled upon by the gods and by heavens. Whatever this was, whatever hell you had to go through, it's wiped. Okay? It's wiped. It's eradicated. You get to start all over again in August. And August is going to be a blast for you guys, Sag, because all that Leo energy is really supportive for you, especially up in the ninth house. So coming into August, you're going to be in a really good spot, okay? So just hang in, hang tight, get yourself through July. You're going to be fine, okay? It may be a weird ride, but you're going to be fine. Eventually, you are going to come out in charge, the master of your own destiny. You are going to be steering the steering wheel of your own car, and it's going to work, and everything's going to be working properly. It's just you have to allow for the mystery and get through the journey, all right? So there you go, Sag. I try to do the readings from the heart, so to speak, and turn it into a journey so that you get through the month okay. Do you see the little shape of the heart here? You see that? I'm trying to do it like that. I know it's not really like that. If I take my hands away, like, no. Okay. But you get the message, okay? This is heart energy. This is you living through the heart from your heart to get through the month, all right? So you're going to be fine. What else am I supposed to say? Oh yeah, thank you very much for coming to Tarot Illumination, dear Sag, for July 2017 report. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising and squish them all together, and then you'll have a much clearer, better, broader perspective, even if some of this sounded completely nutty, okay? I hope that most of you get at least something out of this, all right? Have a good July, Sag. Bye.